Hello, today we will recap a sports drama movie, in which a man risks his career and life to introduce a shoe to the world. Before we start, please subscribe to our channel for free because we'll upload new videos regularly. Spoilers ahead, watch out, and enjoy. In 1984, Sonny Vaccaro, a talent scout for Nike shoes, was facing challenges finding new basketball players to help promote their shoes. During that year, Converse led basketball shoe sales with 54% of the market, followed by Adidas with 29%, while Nike held the remaining 17%. At that time, Howard White, the leader of Nike's basketball shoe division, mentioned that Adidas was gaining popularity among American teenagers because it was being embraced by new rappers. Converse had already established itself as a basketball shoe worn by two legends, Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, who were Converse ambassadors. Nike was primarily known for its running shoes at that time, but this was not very profitable as young people weren't particularly interested in running shoes. Consequently, the company wasn't making enough profit from the younger demographic. Within Nike, the basketball division was the least profitable segment in terms of generating income. Meanwhile, a meeting was organized by Rob and the marketing division to decide which NBA rookie they should approach to become their next brand ambassador that year. Their top picks for a brand deal faced challenges. Hakeem Olajuwon had no interest in joining Nike. Sam Bowie had already been approached by Converse, and Michael Jordan, the third pick, was almost in a deal with Adidas. Their options from the 5th to the 20th pick were limited. Players like John Stockton and Charles Barkley were considered, but each had drawbacks that led the team to bypass them. The meeting didn't yield results, so Rob and Sonny decided to step out and have a chat in the restroom. Sonny suggested they should go for Michael Jordan, but Rob was hesitant. They believed that Jordan would be too costly to sign. Nike had set aside $250,000, which was planned for 3 players, making Jordan seem financially out of reach. The board suggested dissolving the basketball division due to its lack of substantial profit. Despite the circumstances, Sonny requested a budget increase, aiming to double the offer, but Phil immediately turned down the request. Sonny argued that the revenue generated from selling running shoes was substantial, and the company should not be stingy with the basketball division. Phil clarified that people primarily wear basketball shoes for basketball games, while running shoes are versatile and usable for various activities, making them more profitable. Sonny persisted in conducting his research. He observed individuals endorsing cereal products and similar items. He made inquiries about potential rising stars in the realm of basketball. One night at Sonny's house, he was watching 2 shows simultaneously. The first was a commercial for a tennis racket that starred Arthur Ashe as its ambassador. The ad emphasized that the product matched the user's characteristics. The second show was a video of Michael Jordan making a crucial score for North Carolina. Sonny was amazed. While watching the footage, he replayed the scene several times. The next day, Sonny excitedly went to Rob's office and shared what he had watched the night before. At that critical moment, instead of giving the ball to James Worthy, an experienced player, the pass went to Michael Jordan, an 18-year-old teenager. Sonny observed how the coach placed the critical seconds of the game on the shoulders of a young teenager, free from the weight of significant expectations. Witnessing this, Sonny recognized the aura of greatness surrounding Michael Jordan, which strengthened his determination to recruit him. He was solely focused on signing Michael Jordan and not interested in 3 other players. Rob firmly rejected the idea because the budget was planned to be divided among 3 players. Additionally, if they were to offer $250,000, Adidas could match or surpass that amount, eliminating the opportunity to secure an ambassador if they only pursued 1 player. Sonny shared his idea with Howard White, who also had doubts about whether Phil would support Sonny's plan. Despite the skepticism, Sonny was more concerned about figuring out how to approach Michael Jordan. Michael was known to prefer Adidas, and one big challenge they'd face would be dealing with Michael's agent. Sonny contacted Michael Jordan's agent, David Falk, to arrange a meeting with Michael Jordan. David promptly declined, revealing that Michael had expressly mentioned his reluctance to meet with anyone from Nike. Sonny attempted to persuade David by highlighting Adidas' history linked to the Nazis, urging him not to associate the brand with Michael Jordan. When questioned about the leaked offer, David disclosed that Adidas' current offer was around $200,000. Sonny recognized that such a sum was excessively large for a rookie. He informed Phil that he was willing to jeopardize his career for the deal. Sonny urged Phil to recall their company's initial motto, to take daring risks. Sonny met with George Raveling, an American Olympic team basketball coach and close to Michael Jordan. George revealed that Michael Jordan wasn't interested in signing with Nike because he found their shoes uncool. Michael Jordan, as revealed by George, was an avid fan of Adidas. Despite being sponsored by Converse, he preferred wearing Adidas shoes during training, only putting on the sponsored shoes before a match. Sonny contemplated going directly to Michael Jordan's family, but George cautioned that it would be an unethical action that could cost Sonny his job. Sonny traveled to Carolina and was warmly received by Michael Jordan's father, who was very hospitable. Dolores, Michael Jordan's mother, appeared to be the decision-maker at home. Dolores insisted that Sonny persuade her first. He attempted to change Dolores's mind by emphasizing that if Michael Jordan signed with Converse, he would simply be one among many great players, and Adidas was facing challenges following Adi Dassler's passing. However, if he joined Nike, he would be in the spotlight and treated as a special figure. After Sonny's explanation, David Falk became enraged by Sonny's impolite behavior, though ultimately he delivered a message that Dolores was ready for Michael Jordan to meet on Monday night. Sonny swiftly entered the creative room and requested a prototype shoe to present to Michael Jordan. He emphasized that the shoes should be designed to reflect Michael Jordan's charisma and unique traits, focusing more on the design rather than the shoe's function. The designer was given only a few days to complete the task. Michael Jordan attended his initial meeting with the first potential sponsor, Converse. Dolores began to realize that her son would be fourth in the line of sponsorship at Converse, understanding the point Sonny made to her earlier. Returning to Nike, Peter Moore had completed the prototype shoes for Jordan. However, Sonny was disappointed with some aspects as the color was too plain, mostly white. Peter explained that the design was aligned with NBA regulations, where shoes worn by players had to be mostly white. Any violation would result in a $5,000 fine for the player per game. Rob suggested using the dominant red color, inspired by the Chicago Bulls team colors, and covering the fines that Michael Jordan might incur. The team accepted this proposal and began working on the design. They decided to name the shoes Air, a name planned for another product. This birthed the legendary Air Jordan basketball shoes by Nike. The trio worked tirelessly, even staying late at the office and working on weekends to complete the presentation before meeting Michael Jordan. Peter finished the final design, one that impressed everyone with its awe-inspiring look. Michael Jordan's parents attended a meeting with Adidas, where they viewed various shoe models for presentation to Michael Jordan. Dolores wasn't pleased with the shoe designs. She also observed that Adidas didn't seem to have a clear main decision-maker, confirming what Sonny had described earlier. At the Nike office on that Sunday afternoon, Phil visited and noticed his team working hard for the upcoming meeting. Phil asked about the name for the shoe. Sonny proposed the name Air Jordan, a suggestion made by Peter the previous night. The team started preparing the offer and planning for the meeting. They were enthusiastic and confident about their prospects. The following day, the Nike office situated near the Oregon mountains greeted the arrival of the future legend, Michael Jordan, and his parents for the contract discussions. Michael Jordan appeared disinterested and unresponsive to Sonny and Rob's attempts at humor. Fortunately, Howard White was present to lighten the mood. Michael Jordan was drawn in when he saw the prototype shoes. The initial Air Jordan was mostly red, mirroring the Chicago Bulls jersey. Sonny and Rob assured they would cover any fines. Rob began a presentation on marketing strategies through print media, which Sonny found tedious. He interrupted the presentation, delivering an inspirational speech that deeply resonated with Michael Jordan and his family. He elaborated that while Michael Jordan could earn money and fame with other brands, Nike offered something beyond that. At Nike, he wouldn't just gain money or recognition, he'd secure a legacy. Shoes are just shoes until someone puts their foot on them. People may forget those in the room over time, but not Michael Jordan and his association with Air Jordan shoes. After a great talk, Michael's mom said she'd take a look at the offer. This made the team think they did a good job and convinced Michael to choose Nike over Adidas. Everyone was anxious waiting for news from Michael's mom, Dolores, which could either be bad or good. A few days later, they got news, but not from Michael Jordan. Howard White, who had built a good relationship with Jordan's father, got information that Adidas had made a better offer. They matched the money that Nike was offering and even included a Mercy 380 SL car. Sonny was upset as Nike couldn't afford a better deal. He feared the end of his time at the office, thinking the basketball division might close the next day. But unexpectedly, the call he hoped for came from Dolores. Dolores, having complete say over Michael Jordan's decisions, chose not to accept Adidas's offer, opting instead to sign with Nike. She agreed to Nike's offer of $250,000 plus a bonus of a red Mercedes-Benz 380 SL, but added a condition that would change the rules of the contract between a product and its brand ambassador. She wanted all Air Jordan products to feature her son's name on them, and she insisted that from every sale of Air Jordan shoes, her son must receive a percentage of sales royalties. Sonny was taken aback by this request. Such a contract had never been negotiated before, and it was difficult to consider. Dolores referenced Sonny's words, stating that shoes will always be just shoes until they're worn by someone. Phil nervously awaited the news regarding Michael Jordan's decision. To everyone's surprise, despite the unwelcome terms, Phil decided not to object. He instructed Sonny to reach out and accept the contract. He opted to go back to the slogan he used when he first started the company, to take the risk. Sonny got in touch with Dolores and agreed to all her terms. With that, they had successfully got their targeted star. Sonny then called Rob to the office, and announced that they had signed a contract with a future star for a record-breaking deal. The deal turned out to be the most successful one for the company. Thanks to the shoe sales, the target that Phil had wished for, earning $3 million in a year, actually became a reality and even exceeded their expectations. The initial sales of Air Jordan reached an incredible $162 million in the very first year. This extraordinary income from the first Air Jordan transformed Nike's image instantly. Air Jordan has generated an average annual income of $4 billion for Nike. For Michael Jordan, this partnership resulted in a continuous stream of income to this day. He receives about $400 million each year from Air Jordan shoe sales. Following the success of the first Air Jordan, Peter Moore introduced a new idea for the Air Jordan shoes logo. It featured a silhouette of Michael Jordan captured while he was doing a layup. His contract with Nike revolutionized the way products and players are associated, a model still followed to this day. So that's for today. Please subscribe to our channel if you like this video, which is the most important way to support us in making more great videos like this.